For the context of avoiding spoilers, I would highly recommend you to check out the game for yourself since this is a story-driven game, but in the case of that not being possible, let's get on with it. Welcome to the presentation of Broken Directive. This is a psychological text-based thriller game that takes you through a mysterious simulation through the context of a hackathon. Throughout the development of Broken Directive, we utilized Codium, an AI-powered coding assistant, to optimize our workflow. Codium helped us generate code snippets, resolve logic issues, and save valuable time, allowing me to focus on crafting the game's core experience without being bogged down by syntax errors or repetitive tasks. It was really easy to write code simply because we had Codium, and it helped a lot throughout. In Broken Directive, all text lines that appear on the console are stored as prefabs. These prefabs allow for dynamic instantiation into a container, ensuring that new lines of dialogue or code output appear seamlessly in the game. Here's how we manage this in Unity, where each prefab is linked to its unique content and displayed in the correct order. One of the key features of Broken Directive is the typewriter effect, where text is gradually displayed as if typed out in real time. This was achieved by writing a script that controls the speed and timing of each character's appearance via a coroutine. Additionally, we manage the instantiation of text prefabs to ensure they appear in sequence, keeping the user experience smooth and immersive. We achieve this by using functions such as setChild to last. Here you can see the interpreter. We basically use a list of strings which then return itself to the terminal manager and then they instantiate. Next, we have the directory manager class. The directory system in the game simulates a file structure that the player interacts with. We wrote a directory manager class to handle commands like cd, ls, and many others. Here we can see how directories are created, navigated, and modified, replicating the experience of working in a real terminal environment. This is achieved via different functions in the dictionary and the directory manager class, such as add subdirectories, remove subdirectories, add files, etc. To ensure the game flows smoothly from phase to phase, we implemented a state machine. This allows us to manage transitions between the different stages of the game, from standard hackathon tasks to the eerie glitches and final shutdown sequence. Each state is clearly defined and organized via a state machine, so the game responds correctly to the player input and triggers the appropriate events, initiating and then quitting each phase as it requires. The 5 stages of the game are from the starting, when it appears to be a normal hackathon, to when the memory leak happens, to phase 3 where the unraveling happens, to phase 4 when we finally learn the truth of this world, and phase 5 where the game ends. To enhance the retro aesthetic of the game, we implemented a CRT effect using custom shaders. This effect simulates an old school monitor with subtle scan lines and blur, giving Broken Directive an immersive atmosphere reminiscent of older console interfaces. The main thing in the shader is this checkerboard component, which makes the scan lines go fast and upwards. Here you can see how we used Asprite to create pixel art for the game, especially in the logo and some assets that were unused. Finally, this is the final walkthrough of the game. You begin in a seemingly straightforward hackathon simulation, completing coding tasks and navigating directories. I will not talk too much over this and let you enjoy the gameplay. We'll talk about some stuff when it seems required. For the time function, this is a simulated 36 hours hackathon, which translates to 5 minutes in real time. The output in blue is supposed to be the narrator or the system. As you can see the typewriter effect here in full action. You can also press any key during the typewriter effect to skip. Here you can see a mysterious file named redacted has appeared suddenly. This is the phase 2, and after we accessed it, now this is phase 3. As you can see, the game has clear, smooth scrolling. The cake is a lie is a famous reference to the video game Portal. And here we can see something called Protocol Delphi. And running that file cleared the terminal. Now we can see that our experiment, which is essentially us in the video game, has been terminated, and now the game has shut down. Thank you very much. That is the presentation of Broken Directive. Thank you once again, and have a nice day.